Could you please tell us your name?
Katie Bertuno.
How long have you been seeing Dr. Patel?
Oh my gosh, I think it'll be coming up on a year here in I want to say the fall, like September-ish, so almost a year.
And what brought you to Dr. Patel's office originally?
Originally, I came for really bad hip pain, and then it turned out that was actually the least of my problems.
If you're comfortable sharing, what were the other problems that Dr. Patel found for you?
Yeah, so my neck was the biggest thing in the red when she did the scan. And then when she did the x ray, she actually noticed on the x ray um, there was a lot of stool backed up in my intestines. And that's when she brought up the gut protocol. So, yeah.
And what does like a protocol entail?
I did the really intense long one that I think was 110 days, I want to say. But there were different supplements and powders that you had to take, and then you had to really alter your diet. Think like a Whole 30 or like a different program where you're getting rid of a lot of added sugars, processed meats, like things with high sodium, but also dairy. No caffeine was the biggest, most difficult thing to come off of, and I've since become a daily caffeine drinker again, and I'm kind of regretting it because I noticed a lot when I wasn't on caffeine during the protocol. Yeah.
And then overall, have you found that your digestive system works a lot better than it used to? Or is there anything
Mm.
in particular that you really love about the program?
I think what's great about the program is it can show you different sensitivities that you have to certain foods that maybe you didn't realize before. I think I knew I had a slight dairy allergy, but I didn't realize just how bad dairy wrecked my gut, and still continues. If I have regular ice cream, um, I I do think I wasn't as regular as far as healthy, bowel movements and things like that. And I was a lot more gassy before, and I'm not, there isn't that as much, and I'm not as bloated. I lost I lost over 20 pounds on the protocol. I had had a lot of weight gain during the pandemic that just was not coming off. And the gut protocol was the first thing to get the scale moving again. I used to have, um, I wish y'all could see a before image of my face. Like my face was very puffy, and um, so it took a lot of the puffiness away, and the swelling, I think, of my different joints. And I was sleeping better, um, less anxious, more focused. Yeah, I noticed a lot of benefits for it.
Okay, and it was this something that you expected that a chiropractor could help you do?
No, I had no idea. I was like, what? I was clueless about chiropractors, to be honest. And some people will even still say it's kind of woo woo and pseudoscience, whatever, that it doesn't have backing and skills and research. But yeah, I had no idea. And then actually, my mom, when I told my parents that I was doing it, my mom had a friend who had done the same thing. And she said it was also through her chiropractor's office. So they felt comfortable with me doing it because I think it was more well known than I knew about.
Yeah. And you mentioned the sensitivity test that you were
Mm,
able to do. Was
mm-hmm.
that invasive like the one that they would do at your primary doctor where they're sticking you with pins or different allergens? and things like that?
No, nothing like that. Yeah, I mean, it is a little weird to like hold certain foods in your mouth and be like breathing and like monitoring your pulse. But yeah, I've done allergen tests at the doctors, and yeah, those are uncomfortable. So a lot better.
And then, just in general, what would you say your favorite thing is about coming to Dr. Patel's office?
Um, I mean, there are so many things. I mean, her staff are always friendly and welcoming and sweet. You could tell she takes really good care of them, and she's just never, even if she's in a bad mood, I think like she's human, but like she's human. I think that's the best part about her is she. I think people in the helping industry and the healthcare industry can get kind of robotic and just come in and be like, "Hi, how are you?" You know, and she's always like remembering things and asking things about me, um, and checking in, and just she cares about her patients. You really get the sense that she wants them to be well. So yeah, just those things.
All right, well, thank you. Unless there was anything else you wanted people to know.
Try it. I mean, just try it. Like be open. Be open to like what I think that's why I had success with the gut protocol is because I was open to doing it because I had failed at so many other things that I was like, well, why not? Why not just like add it to the list and try it? And then here I'm like, I'm ready to do it again on a lesser intense scale, but it did really help me. So yeah.
All right. So I'm so happy to give this testimony because, honest to God, chiropractor, I never would have come. I'm going to be honest. I probably never would have come because we have this subconscious belief that there's not going to be anything helpful. But this has been the best decision that I have made for my health. Prior to coming to see Dr. Patel, I couldn't sleep. My blood pressure was unregulated. And like she likes to say, my spine was functioning like a 60-year-old woman. So, since we've gone through the program and the gut health program especially, I've been able to sleep better. My blood pressure is regulated. My allergies aren't as intense. Sleeping at night, I don't wake up as dry. And then when it comes to the gut health program, every morning I would wake up, and even after eating small portions, I would be completely nauseated. Like it was crazy. Since I've gotten through this program, I'm not even through the full first 4 weeks of the exclusion portion, and I can already see a difference. I legitimately saw a difference within the first week. I can now eat in the morning without feeling nauseous. I can now even have some spicy foods every now and again without feeling completely over the top, even though I'm not supposed to right now. But in all of this, I can completely say my overall health has just been like a total 180 from what I was, and we're not even halfway through. I cannot express how grateful I am for Dr. Patel and for her work and what she's doing. Love the group.